예, 반갑습니다. 파트 챕터 4 Summary and Analysis를 진행해 보겠습니다. 아, 간단할 것 같은데 조금 나왔어요. 네, 해보겠습니다. 클리프 노트 먼저 진행하겠습니다. Summary에 뭐라고 나와 있냐면 Winston Smith strikes a deal with Mr. Charrington, owner of the junk shop, where Winston bought the diary and the glass paperweight to rent the upstairs room for his affair with Julia. 그냥 노골적으로 얘기를 했다고 나오죠. Waiting for Julia, Winston recognizes a song that a poor woman below his window is singing. A popular song written by Falsificada, a machine that brings songs with no human intervention. 그냥 막 만들어낸. He muses on the folly of taking the room and what it will eventually mean, capture and death. 결국은 그렇게 될 거란 걸 알면서도 저지르고 있는 거죠. Julia arrives, bringing in a party luxuries, real coffee, sugar, bread, jam, and tea. Julia paints her face with makeup and puts on perfume. All illegal items. illegal? illegal이라고 말해야 되나? 그렇죠. 공식적으로는. Winston and Julia make love and fell asleep. After waking, Julia notices a rat poking its head through a hole near the baseboard. Winston reveals that he is afraid of rats, and Julia comforts him. 이게 아마 어떤 암시일 거예요. rat이 나중에 어떤 역할을 할 것 같아. Promising to fix the hole, Winston begins the nursery rhyme that Mr. Charrington taught him a few weeks back, and Julia mysteriously finishes most of the verse. most 같진 않은데. Something her grandfather taught her. Winston looks at the glass paperweight and muses about it and what it symbolized for himself, Julia, and their life together. 깔끔하게 됐네요. Analysis는 항상 좀 멀리 가는데 아니구나. 이건 클리프 노트구나. The lyrics that the poor woman sings mirror the feelings that exist in Winston about his relationship with Julia, even if he does not know it as he hears them. 어떤 면에서? He is becoming much more fond of Julia to the point of becoming upset when he must break plans with him. In fact, Winston and Julia are beginning to live like real people now, like people of the past who luxuriated in the kinds of freedoms forbidden in their current situation. 거의 커플처럼 지내고 있는 거죠. This chapter sets up a certain domesticity between them, a kind of comfort previously unavailable to them. Domesticity, 가정에서의 생활, 그런 거 말하는 것 같아요. But that comfort is deceptive, and Winston is aware of the fact. 그죠? 근데 진짜는 아니니까. Even if Julia is not. He is sure that they will be caught. The only question in Winston's mind is when. 좀 pessimistic하죠, 윈스턴이. Whenever detail recurs or is emphasized, the reader should be certain to pay attention to its meaning or function. 어떤 면? This chapter emphasizes, introduces, or returns to symbols mentioned previously. Winston's fear of rats, his nickname, the nursery rhyme, and the paper weight. 이거 nightmare, nursery rhyme, head chopped off 그거 말하는 건가? paperweight 어떤 상징들일까 이런 게 The rat poking his head through the wall foreshadows two separate events, both having to do with Cooper's eventual capture. 어떤 그 랩 같은 그런 역할을 하는 존재에 의해서 나중에 잡히게 되나 보다. Winston is terrified of rats, a fact that is his breaking point later in the novel. 나중에 큰 역할 하나 보네 이게. The picture of Saint Clement's Day, aside from sparking another round of nursery rhymes, becomes the couple's downfall. 이게 나중에 또 이들이 그 전락하게 되는 상태가 안 좋아지게 되는 어떤 원인 중에 하나가 되나 보네요. While Julia comforts Winston about the rat, he muses about a recurring nightmare in his head in front of a wall of darkness, and although he knows that horrible thing is behind the wall, he does not have the courage to face it before waking. The wall of darkness, 이것도 계속해서 나오죠? 꿈에서 도대체 이거는 어떤 의미일까 또? What is behind the wall is both symbolic and real. Behind the metaphoric wall is Winston's fate. 알 수 없으니까 검은. Behind the real wall, in the room where he and Julia meet, is the tall screen that reveals them. 이게 나중에 이런 게 있나 보네. 정말? 이런데 왜 이런 걸 설치해놨을까? 그러면 그 미스터 트랭턴은 뭐야? 자기는 그런 거 없다며. 미스터 트랭턴이 렛인가? 렛이 그 첩자, 배신자 뭐 이런 뜻으로 쓰잖아요. Winston describes Julia knowing a piece of the nursery rhyme as a countersign. 이렇게 딱 이렇게 맞는 반쪽 정도는 딴 거고 또 다른 건 반쪽은 또 다른 건데 이게 딱 맞으면은 딱 맞아 들어가는 a secret signal that is still a mystery to him. 신기하게도 뒤에 거를 맞추니까 It does know, however, that the rhyme ends with a chopper to chop off your head. 자꾸 이게 나오죠. Foreshadowing that does not bode well for Winston. Does not bode well. 별로 좋은 징조는 아니다. 이 말이죠. Why everyone seems to know this rhyme except himself, boggles Winston. 조금 마음을 불편하게. 자기 빼고는 다 이 노래를 아는 것 같으니까. Not knowing the rhyme sets him apart from others. Yet again, he's the perpetual outsider. 이렇게 적용할 수도 있죠. 이 사람만이 영원한 아웃사이더인 것 같은 느낌. Finally, the image of the paperweight returns, this time as a symbol for the relationship between Winston and Julia. 어떤 면에서? Winston sees it as a symbol of himself, feeling that he is actually inside the paperweight with Julia, and that they are the core, fixed in a sort of eternity at the heart of the crystal. 이게 페이퍼웨이트가 밖에서 이렇게 볼 수 있으니까 이들은 그 안에서 그 안전한 것처럼 이렇게 있지만 누군가는 밖에서 볼 수 있다 이런 상징인가? Because most of Winston's perceptions are ironic, the reader must by this time be aware that a statement as boldly optimistic as this one will eventually crumble in the end. Eternity 이런 거 영원할 거다 이런 거 아닐걸? 아이러니하게 말하니까 crumble in the end 마지막에는 다 이게 다 무너져 내릴 거다 라는 게 느낌이 나는 안 왔는데 그쪽 올 수 있죠. There is no such thing as eternity in Oceania except where Big Brother is concerned. 그죠? 영원한 건 없죠. 그러니까 불안한 미래가 조금씩 다가오고 있는 거죠. 역시 알바를 잘 구했습니다. 클리프 노트가 어널리시스가 정말 볼만합니다. 그 스파크 노트는 서머리가 상대적으로 볼만하죠. 봅시다. Winston looks around the little room above Mr. Charrington's shop, which he has rented. Mr. Charrington이 조금 의심스럽죠. Foolishly, he thinks for his affair with Julia. Outside, a burly, red-armed woman sings a song and hangs up her laundry with a pack. Winston and Julia have been busy with the city's preparation for Height Week, and Winston has been frustrated by their inability to meet. 이 오빠는 몸이 달았죠. The problem was exacerbated. 나빠진 거죠. By the fact that Julia had her period. 이 말이었죠. 그때 마법에 걸리는 때 살짝 이렇게 표현을 해요. Winston wishes that he and Julia could lead a more leisurely, romantic life, like an old married couple. Julia comes into the room with sugar, coffee, and bread, luxuries only members of the inner party could normally obtain. 다른 애들한테는 일리걸한 거지만 얘들한테는 당연한 것, 이너 파티 멤버들한테는 She puts on makeup. 이렇게 씁니다. 화장을 하다, put on makeup. And her beauty and femininity overwhelm Winston. 저 앞에 챕터에서는 입술만 입다 그랬잖아. 참 그것도 어이없는 표현인데 이렇게 하니까 다 이뻐 보였대요. Lounging in bed in the evening, Julia sees a rat. Winston, afraid of rats more than anything else, is horrified. 이게 뭔가 상징이. Julia looks through the room and notices the paperweight. Winston tells her that the paperweight is a link to the past. They sing the song about St. Clement's Church, and Julia says that one day she'll clean the old picture of the church. 언젠가 좀 깨끗하게 하겠다. 그 뒤에 뭔가가 있는 걸 발견하나 보다 나중에. When Julia leaves, Winston sits gazing into the crystal paperweight, imagining living inside it with Julia and eternal stasis. 안정감, 영원한 안정감, 뭐 이런 거. 스테이시스가 뭔 뜻이냐? stasis. 정체? 그러니까 그 정상적인 an abnormal state in which the normal flow of a liquid is slowed or stopped. 그러니까 그 액체가 정상적으로 이렇게 내려가지 않고 여기 이렇게 멈춰 있는 것, 이걸 스테이시스라고 한다고 하거든요. 예, 페이퍼웨이트 상태가 그 상태인 거니까 영원히 이렇게 멈춰진 것처럼 지낼 수 있었으면 좋을 것 같다라고 생각을 한대요. 오케이. 뭔가가 사건이 터질 것 같아요. 오케이. Chapter 5에서 봅시다. Bye bye.